for the ball on two inclines. Ball is released here, travels to here, comes back to here, travels to here, comes back to here, to here, to here. We want to look at the work done by friction. The work done by friction, well, the frictional force is constant, so that friction does the same amount of work, and it's always against the motion of the system, so it does the same amount of work against the ball per unit of distance on both ramps, assuming ramps with small slope. It follows that the further the ball travels, the more energy it's going to lose to friction. The further it travels, the greater the W delta NC on. The delta W, the work done by the net force on, the greater the absolute value of that work, and that work is always negative. So, from release to point 1 to point 2, let's say, the ball travels further than it does as it goes from point 2 to point 3 and to this point, which would be point 4 had I labeled it. Every time, every return, the ball loses less energy to friction simply because it travels less distance. Now, that's related to the potential energy change. The potential energy change, let's say from point 1 over to point 2 and back to point 3, we have a delta y, which I labeled delta y13, and that, that vertical displacement multiplied by the weight gives you the change in potential energy. And as we noted, when we set dominoes at the positions of these, well, at the ball positions, at the rest positions, the dominoes got closer and closer together. So point 1 is further from point 3 than point 3 from point 5, and clearly, since this is a constant slope, there's less delta y between 3 and 5 than there was between 1 and 3. So that from just a potential energy standpoint, it's clear that we're losing less and less potential energy. And that goes along with the fact that the negative work done by gravity, or the negative work done by the frictional force, is less and less in magnitude. So the ball moves less and less distance between returns. Friction therefore does less and less work against the system, and you have less and less decrease in potential energy.